talked to the team, obviously, in our preparation, just in terms of being able to sustain the effort and the focus and concentration that you need to have when you play Tulane, because they're so good offensively and can strike so fast. And I thought we did a great job of that in the first half. Obviously got in massive foul trouble, had different guys out there, and just kind of held the fort and did a good job and kept that thing, a 4-point game at halftime going into the second half with some of our guys not playing significant minutes. And then we just, unfortunately, on the defensive end and with the turnovers, just really put us in a tough spot. And then we kind of get things under control, and it's a 10-point game, and we get, I think, 4 straight stops, and we had 3 poor offensive possessions. One good one, Keyshawn attacked the basket and missed a layup. But that was a really good offensive possession. But the other 3 just weren't very good. So you just can't keep giving a team of that caliber those opportunities to extend the lead. Obviously, our inability to finish the plays around the basket, 10 to 15 probably shots around the rim, and the first half turnovers really hurt us. So disappointed because you're in there at halftime and you got a chance, if you tighten up just in a couple areas, to really make this a down-to-the-wire game, and just weren't able to do it.
It seemed like after battling through the first half and the foul trouble and everything, it seemed like the game came down to the team wasn't as active as they needed to be on defense, and other than Ryan and Tyler, just couldn't get enough scoring from the rest of the players.
Yeah, I think again, you got to be able to. You can't allow them to be able to play one-on-one, and so you got to be really active. And when you look at the fact that we forced 4 turnovers, it just clearly shows our defense wasn't active enough. You know what I mean? And then on the offensive end, obviously Russell was struggling. You know what I mean? And so that's something that we count on to be able to get the ball in there. And again, I don't know how they do the stats, but probably 4 of those turnovers were really 3 because they were him going up to shoot the ball. But because with 6 offensive rebounds, you got to finish some of those plays, and we just didn't finish enough plays at the rim in the first half or in the second half. Because again, if you do that, now it's 8, now it's instead of 8, now it's 6, and it's just got a little more juice on the defensive end, and it is deflating when you execute and work something and you get a cut or drive to the basket and you just don't finish it. Or if you get a good shot, because we missed some good ones too, and then because it's a good shot, you've got the defense broken down, as I've said before, and now you get the offensive rebound and you don't get the putback. You know what I mean? And those are areas that you got to be able to fight through, and that frustration has to be eliminated, and you got to move on to the next play, and we struggled with that in the second half.
Speaking of the frustration, Russ has had games where he hasn't been as productive offensively, but tonight he really seemed to let his frustration show. Could you talk to that?
Yeah. I mean, obviously he's still a relatively new to the role that he has in terms of the impact that he makes on both the offense and defensive end for us, where there's an accountability level that he needs to play with. And today he wasn't at the level that he has been game in and game out, And so, you got to bounce back and make sure you're ready to go on Wednesday, everybody's allowed. I mean, it's not like you're never going to have a game like that. So as disappointed as I am, I'm sure he's even more so. You know what I mean? And because he's counted on so much, now you need multiple guys to step up in that absence, and we didn't have that either.
Ryan clearly had his best game as a Bull. What did you like from him tonight?
Well, he just, I mean, he's been super solid. He's going to make freshman mistakes due to lack of experience. But he's been as solid as anybody we have, maybe more so on the defensive end. He just hasn't shot the ball as well as he's capable of shooting. Today he did. He shot the ball, and he's aggressive. He's not scared. He's not scared at the moment. And you just kind of expect that, and you expect that growth, to see that growth, because I thought he played very well at Tulsa as well. Yeah.
Early in Tulsa.
Yeah. So, and then the shots didn't show as much, and he shared the ball, and he played his role. So that was good to see. He's gonna, as I said on the radio, have some high school Harry moments where he's kind of loose with the ball and doesn't understand that, he's playing against very, very good players, and if you're loose with the ball or casual, they're going to take advantage of it, and that happened a couple times tonight. But the one thing about him is, you can coach him hard, and he's going to take it, and he's going to listen, he's going to understand, he's going to do whatever needs to be done to improve in whatever area that you're coaching him in.